So Marvel's Wolverine has been the centre of attention for the last 5 days. Not only for the game showing up at the end of the state of play, but there's way more to it than what meets the eye. Only just a couple of days ago we got the full big reveal of the full suit and all of its glory in its first ever still wallpaper, and I gotta say they have still cooked with this suit. It just looks just as good as it was in the trailer, and there's really nothing else that I can say about it other than it is in fact peak. But the thing that is getting a lot of people concerned is the inclusion of a possibility that Sweet Baby Inc will be working more on this game. And for those of you who do not know who Sweet Baby Inc is, let me just explain. Long story short, they took advantage of majority of the writing for Spider-Man 2 and made it the way it was. And of course, what did we get in return? Some very janky writing and not a very good story to say the least. And rumour has it these are probably the guys that actually ruined Spider-Man 2's story in the process. Now me personally, I would always give Marvel's Spider-Man 2 a little bit of a 7 out of 10. It wasn't the best story ever, but it certainly wasn't good either. For example, I think they could have gave us a little bit more Venom and a little bit less Harry Osborn in the game. And yet again, they could also narrow down a little bit more of Peter Parker's origin story with the symbiote as opposed to just fill in for Venom's storyline within the game and make that longer. But we all know when Spider-Man 2 came out, the gameplay is really what caught us and gave us that 10 out of 10 fixture. And this of course brings us back to Marvel's Wolverine, whereas this could actually be a major problem for this game. But just a little side note I thought I'd mention, people are actually making fun of Mystique in this game and the fact that she doesn't look like her comic book counterpart. Like, this makes no sense. I feel like everyone's just waffling about random stuff at this point. But I think the fact that everyone is worried about is the fact that this could actually mean that this is going to have the exact same writing as Spider-Man 2. And also stating the fact that there will be more characters other than Wolverine that you'll be playing as in this game that is in fact called, you guessed it, Wolverine. But for me, I really don't see much of a problem with this. If they do end up having extra characters in the game, like, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. As long as we're playing as Wolverine throughout most of the story, I think that's all that fans want. And most likely stating the fact that Jean Grey is actually in this game, I don't think it will take away the experience from playing as Wolverine. Like this time around, you are playing as Jean Grey, who is in fact, just like Wolverine, a mutant, so you can use your power just the same as Wolverine could. And I've also heard this is also the exact same people who have been saying that this is just a reskin of Mary Jane from Spider-Man 1. But yet again, I will in fact say that this is a very different game and you are playing as a mutant, not just a civilian. So it really brings it all back to the question, is Sweet Baby Inc gonna ruin Marvel's Wolverine? I don't really think so. Considering the fact that Sweet Baby Inc have also worked on the likes of God of War Ragnarok doesn't mean they're a bad company at all. And look at the way God of War Ragnarok turned out with all 10s and 9s across the board. So in all honesty, this could be debated all the way up until the game's release if this game's story is going to be ruined. But let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think Sweet Baby Inc will in fact ruin Marvel's Wolverine, or do you think it will make it better? Let me know down in the comment section down below. So of course, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And as always, you can catch my next video on your screen now. Take care and peace.